Welcome back to another live stream. We got a market open live stream today, and we have what looks to be like some green coming here in the pre-market. Let's pay respects though first to what's red. Let's start with the red, and then we'll figure it out. So we got Fisker. Fisker had two solid green days here in a row, going up from like the high 11s, which was like the toilet for Fisker. I mean, it was a bad for Fisker. It ran up 17% yesterday, only to be down here in the pre-market about 7% now. We've got Credit Suisse. They had to do a capital raise because they lost so much money to Archegos. We got, what else we have here? Let's go to, there we go, watch list. SOS, Purple. Wait, SOS disappeared out of here. So Purple's 168 on the down. Marathon down again, just a bit this time though. 1.23%. Win 1.1. Intercontinental. So we got a couple of hotels dropping about 1%. Coinbase sitting at 309 again. That's these low 300s are juicy for potential call options. I'm looking at them. We've got Bed Bath, National Beverage, Playboy. These guys all down fractionally. I mean, we're talking about 0.5% to a third of a percent. These are small numbers here. Very little red in the way of this. Tesla's at flat basically. I mean, Tesla's bobbing between positive and negative here, so it's essentially flat. Okay, let's look at the winners so far in the pre-market. Look at this. My goodness, skills. We're taking off again. Literally taking off again. It is, I mean, this thing's going from like $12 to $16 in a day yesterday. And now it's going up another 17.5%, going up to 19.7. This thing is going off on a rocket ship. It kind of makes me... it makes you wonder, wow, is this a rocket ship you want to be a part of? I don't know. Volume's definitely jumping in the pre-market here. It's almost kind of like people wake up and it's like, oh yeah, let's get us some more skills. BNGO. So we got momentum plays moving here. Look at the momentum. Gevo, BNGO, Microvision, Skills, Zom. These are some of your big momentum plays here, and these guys are leading the green today. You've got ChargePoint coming back a little bit here with a 5.8% XL fleet, Fuel Cell, Nano Dimension, Plug Power. These guys pulling up, 3-4% over here. Enphase 2.8%. Pinterest, EXPI coming up a little bit. CRISPR Therapeutics, QuantumScape, a couple percent. CCIV back over 20. My goodness, finally. That breaking the 18 2 days ago was something. Palantir, Lemonade, which is the day I bought some options, which those were juicy options. But anyway, Square, Redfin, Express, Upwork, Macy's, all about 0.8 to 1% over here. We have Xpeng moving up about 0.5%. Wonder where Neo is. There it is. There's Neo. Neo's slowly been moving up, a little bit under the radar, but it's really been sneaking up from about where that 36% is. Where is that $36 price has been. It's now about $39. Trying to sneak back up to about that 45. We are about 5 minutes away from the opening bell, 5.5 minutes here from the opening bell. We did have jobless claims come in. Let's go ahead and take a peek at jobless claims again here. Let's go jobless claims. We have, let's take a peek here. Jobless claims. I always like to add together the total number, which generally you don't see in the article so much. So initial claims were 547, and we're going to add to 547, we're going to add the PUA here. Only 133. Wow, that's really low. That totals up to about 680 in total for jobless claims, including those self-employed workers at 133,000. That's pretty good. I mean, that's well down from last week. I'm pretty sure last week's labor release was somewhere around, I thought it was somewhere around 700,000 when we added it together. Kind of want to look at this here. DOL, labor claims, or I should say unemployment claims. Quick peek here. Unemployment claims. Looks like we got CNBC's on commercial. Take a peek at Fox in the meantime. Fox Biz. No, I'm not going to be able to easily get this. This is not so important. But anyway, definitely down, which is what's very good to see that down. I am more curious. Yeah, everything's on commercial right now. I am more curious to see how are these guys going to move, the momentum trades, once we get the market open here. Are we going to see a continuation of sort of this pre-market run? Are we going to see a relaxation? How are some of the other SPACs going to move? Are we going to get movement in the other SPACs? Is Matterport and Churchill Capital, these guys going to move up? They going to move down? I don't know. We got a kind of a mixed bag right here. So we'll definitely want to take a peek. We'll see how things start moving. Interested in possibly buying some options once the market opens. So we'll see what happens here. I got the Robinhood ready, which I know some of you don't love Robinhood, but that's why I got some money right now, and you can only move a certain amount out of Robinhood a day, which means I'm kind of sitting around twiddling my thumbs, moving tiny little bits at a time. Yeah. All right, what else do we have? So what else is news today? Well, let's see. I do want to know why Fisker's falling. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a little bit more off Fisker. So why? Let's see if Seeking Alpha can give us an idea why there's a little bit more pain over at no, they're just making the observation. Well, that's worthless. That's literally worthless. All right, analyst calls maybe. Let's see, 75 and more, 55. Goldman Sachs turns bearish. Here we go. Fisker falls in early trading after Goldman Sachs lowered its rating to sell. At these low prices, they lowered them to sell. What's up with that? Someone saying YOLO into Credit Suisse. Hey, the firm warns on the rush of competition from major OEMs in electric vehicles. And Fisker's relative late entry into the market. It noted that by the time Fisker hits mass production in Q4 2023, the competitive landscape could be daunting. Not untrue. That's a very, very good point. This is why one of the reasons I like Lucid so much, because Lucid is supposedly running these vehicles off the shelf, so to speak, off the production line. This winter to this fall to winter. So we'll see. Let's check out Kramer. What's he got to say this morning?
Because they are so at the top of their game, and they know so much about their customers. They're so in touch with their customers that I once again, I find their conference calls joyous, because
this is, sounds like a sales pitch here on the Chipotle,
but also of tremendous proficiency in technology.
Right. So it's as much a technology story in some ways as it is.
Exactly. And now you're starting to get people to come back to the stores. So you're going to get unit volumes. Maybe you can get unit volumes of 3 million, but you can get easy unit volumes of 2.5. Remember, they own the stores. David, this is a company, Jack Hartung, the CFO on the conference call, they know every single detail of what happens if they add a different, if they add a drink. They're not happy with the drinks right now. Mm-hmm. If they add something to the menu, and those of us who have,
we get it. Kramer's in love with Chipotle. Probably has one.
I do know what it is. But don't you find that, DR? I mean, I know you're younger than me, but there are some up-and-comers that I've never heard of, and I don't know what they do. And that's a problem, right?
No.
It is a problem. You know, Peter.
It's not a problem that you're clueless, Barney.
But I think just understanding.
Not our problem, at least.
Is important for investors. So when I hear about those new companies, I like to dig in and find out what they're doing. And Stuart, I bet your viewers do as well.
I think they do. DR, you're all right. Thanks for joining us. See you
folks,
again
we got
soon.
The opening bell.
All right, we got about 15 seconds.
Yeah, let's get it over
when
here.
land, there was no loyalty program 2 years ago. I just think it was incredibly impressive. I think the stock goes much higher.
Carl, over to you for the opening bell, and so many other earnings to get to alone, not to mention movers.
Yeah, we're chipping away, guys. There's the opening bell at the NYSE and the NASDAQ, guys. As we tried to, we avoided 3 days down yesterday with those gains, but futures were a little bit sticky. We'll see where we get. Jim, your point about day parts and margins.
That was a weird cut on the bell. Take a look at this. We've got a big red candle here on GHVI, kind of coming back here. We'll see. Yeah, it's pushing back up. So we had more sell orders at the open there on CCIV. We got Matterport also down. I want to look at the SPACs. I want to see all of the SPACs are doing the red candle right now. Yeah, because remember, we don't want to get faked out thinking, oh, that's it. You know, SPACs are safe again. So I really want to pay attention to this open here. We had a little bit of a red on skills, green on BNGO, red on micro. I'm seeing a lot of red. Microvision turning red here. Fisker's actually turning green. Apple, no, that's Pfizer. Let's see, Apple going red. I wonder if it's going to start dragging the indices down. Let's see. Yeah, the Dow's down about 2.2%. The S&P's down about 0.11. You got mixed day. You got a good amount of red today, actually. Trying to understand where these things are going to land. Let's take a peek here at Tesla's performance right at the open. A green candle on Tesla at the open, but skills still pulling back. BNGO still running. BNGO's pushing. Big volume there at the open. Be careful. Watch that volume. Watch if it sustains or not. Right now it's above that VWAP. We'll see though. Skills is falling below it. So is micro. You got Ethereum's been running. Look at that. Ethereum going to 2,600 here. Really good job on on the Ether. Charge point kind of slipping as well. I'm seeing a pattern here. A lot of SPACs, red, Hyliion, green though. NGA, green. Okay, good. Okay. Wow, Enphase up 4% again. I like that. Tattooed Chef, here's a SPAC that's up right now. TTC, sorry. Okay, yeah, TTCF actually mixed. That was Virgin Galactic I clicked on. The darn thing moves so fast. I gotta slow that. I'm pretty sure I have this on like tick by tick right now, and I could chill this out a little bit, but we're not gonna do it right now. Okay, so Palantir 2%, strong, good. Macy's, American Air, Open Door, Marathon, Piton up again to 101. Etsy's up 1%. Delta, Square, these guys about 0.8%. Tesla 0.5% here. We don't have the OTCs on the chart yet. Fisker accelerating its declines here. So is Coinbase. Coinbase accelerating losses is at 306 right now. Oh man, this thing goes under 200, or I mean under 300. That's gonna be that might be a juicy moment. Okay, I want to look at CCIV and GHVI because okay, yeah, they're still red candlesticking, but they're slowing down a little bit. GHVI and CCIV, they're ones that I converted to options. However, I also kept some cash to be able to dollar cost average them, and I'm noticing a lot more open interest in these in shorter term durations. You know, the Augusts, the Septembers, which those are obviously a chunk more risky. Let's take a look. I want to take a look at the options flow really quick. So if I go to, let me go to, let's say November. So open interest in November. November is pretty low again. I could go to 15, a call at $15 in November. But if I go to August, I get a lot of open interest here from what I saw earlier. Yeah, look at that. Thousands. I mean, this is where you got much more liquidity, which is going to get you better pricing on the buy and on the sell. So usually you get better price, unless you're patient and you set those low limits. But I'm not very patient when I buy stuff. So like you could easily go in for a $10 here in August, but August is a little short. I don't know. August is a little short right now. Okay, we're settling down at CCIV though, so I am tempted. GHVI, let's see what we got over here. GHVI turning around again right now. Also, same thing with the order flow. If I go to, let's see here. Let's go to October. What do we got over here? Yeah, pretty low. I mean, maybe at $10. But if I go to like July, I get a lot more interest. A lot more interest right around like a $15 call on GHVA. It's out of money. Let's listen in to CNBC for a moment.
So hard to analyze.
I know. Well, let's move on to airlines because, of course, always good to have Kelly.
Well, this is a good example of what I'm talking about in terms of a company that is demonstrating tremendous foresight and doing well. It's the shares of Southwest, and they're justifiably up. The airline saying that leisure bookings continue to rise, that expects to break even or better by June. Therefore, I'm putting it at the top of the queue of the airlines. Joining us now, first on CNBC, Southwest Chairman and CEO Gary Kelly. Gary, you just got it. You really do. You make me feel terrific when I read what you're up to.
Well, thanks, Jim.
Let's hear it.
You know, it's been a horrendous 12, 14 months, and you know, thank goodness for a vaccine. Thank goodness people are getting vaccinated, and thank goodness people are ready to get back to their lives and move about the country, and we're ready to serve them.
Well, it's interesting you say that because you said something in your release that was, I felt really great. You were on a couple quarters ago and last quarter, and you said there's nowhere to go. This time you actually referenced the beach. I mean, people are going places, and it sounds like that the pent-up demand is extraordinary.
Oh, yeah. And of course, Jim, the other thing that we have to do here is we have to add the flights. So there was really an inflection point back in March. We had spring break coming. The bookings were coming on pretty strong. And overnight, we increased our flight activity mid-March. I think it was March the 11th by 50%. We added 1,000 flights a day. And so the seats are available. And fortunately, we're filling them up. And that's what they're doing. They're going to the beaches. They're going to the mountains. They're going to the desert. They're going to Phoenix. And I think, you know, hopefully slowly but surely the coast, West Coast, East Coast, metropolitan areas in particular, they'll start to open up more, and California's starting to open up more, and we'll see hopefully a good response there as well.
All right.
California is doing pretty decently relative. But really the United States, a lot of the U.S. is.
You put in really big orders with Boeing. At what point do you just say, you know what, guys, I am a huge customer. You have to execute that.
Yeah, this is obviously disappointing. It's a manufacturing issue, and it's fairly minor, fairly straightforward, but, you know, we just can't afford to have any ill consequence here. So I think everybody's operating out of an abundance of caution. We're working with Boeing to get a service bulletin out and get the FAA to issue an airworthiness directive so we can get to work and get them back in the air. So
all right, let's go. Let's jump on over. We're going to go back to the sticks in just a moment. Let's jump on over. Let's just see if Varn's got anything interesting for us.
$1,000.
Haha, commercial classic. Okay, let's go back to the sticks. What do we got here? So moving back to the sticks. So still a little bit of a pullback here in the market. You got BNGO, Microvision a little bit. We've got Skills, Ethereum, ChargePoint. Let's see, where are some of our favorite specs? You got CCIV. CCIV, red candle sticking a little bit. Actually, kind of continuing those red candlesticks we've been seeing. Same thing with GHVI. These are, it's almost kind of like we're having a little bit of that U-turn there on the SPACs. A little bit of that momentum slowing down. Could be an opportunity to pick up some options if you're confident in them. Though I'd probably get something on these, I probably get something in the money. Let's see, what else do we have here? Canoe is down 2.7% here. Fisker's down 10% now. It's accelerating to the downside, unfortunately. You've got American Airlines down 1.05. Let's see here. What else? JP Morgan 1%. Ubiquity, Marathon, GM. Let's see what else. Yeah, there's GHVI. CCIV down 0.65%. These guys are falling right now. A little bit of a downtrend right now. We'll see if that continues. Yeah, it seems to be continuing right now. Let's see. What else? Where's GHVI? GHVI. So GHVI is stable to around 1290. I was looking at these options, by the way. Tough to get these options in the money with good open interest. Like nobody's putting out these calls for $10. So you might have to go 15s on something like that if you were going to play some short term on the SPACs. So if you had a strong belief in the short term SPACs, those are some options, but those are pretty high risk. So Piton's actually moving nicely here with the 2%. Enphase at 4.2%. Good moves here. And Microvision, look at that rocket ship on Microvision. That's really nice. Let's see. All right, let's pull this over. Let's see what Jim's got for us. I'm going to pull up the Bloomberg terminal as well. He's still in this interview. I'm going to pull up the Bloomberg terminal in the meantime here.
As cash flow, as again, cash burn is more sustainable, will the industry look at buybacks differently, structurally differently?
Well, I can't really speak for the industry, as you know. I think as a proxy, I would certainly argue that buybacks need to be used very prudently. I think Southwest is a great example of where it worked. We came into the crisis in 2020 with the lowest debt to total capital that we'd ever had in our history. And so that's just evident.
And now you have the most debt. No. All the airlines have obviously gotten indebted. I mean, you got to feel bad for the situation they've been through. I would honestly hate to be a CEO going through that kind of crap. Imagine that, being the CEO of an airline, having to basically lay off and fire a bunch of people. That just sucks. That sucks. All right. So I'm paying attention to this movement in SPACs here. If you're a course member, I just sent out a shorter term alert on something. But anyway, for everyone else, I'm paying attention to the SPACs. Want to see if there's some shorter term plays to be had in SPACs. Enphase as a long play here is doing very nicely today. Very nice recovery at Enphase. I do not think it's too late to get into Enphase. I actually think 163 is still a bargain for Enphase. So I do like Enphase. Even at 162, I think this is an op here. I think ChargePoint trending down, so keep an eye on this. We got TTCF as one of the SPACs that's actually trending a little bit up right now. Pretty inexpensive at 17. Honestly, TTCF as a short option, short-term option, that is. Sometimes when I say short option, people think I mean shorting, which in fairness makes sense. I should finish my sentences. But let's see here. Short op, I don't know. Let's see. Let's look at just calls here for a moment. If I look at calls, lots around the 1750 here. That's May. That's way too short. Way too short for me. If I was gonna do short term, I'd be out I don't know, at least July. Oh, I wonder. Let's see. How is it doing today? Yeah, the 1250s on TTCF. If you really believe this thing's gonna rotate back to over 20, that could be something. That could be a little juicy too. I'll keep looking around here. How about EXPI? EXPI is another one that's just been beat up. It's moving up very slowly here, but here's another one that, in my opinion, has some potential for a nice short-term rebound. Keep in mind, when you do the short-term rebounds, you do expose yourself to some more risk. Obviously, I think y'all aware of that. Let's go to Bloomberg Live for a moment. Let's see what Bloomberg's talking about here. Let's listen in.
Away from where we need to be. This crisis is far from over, but there's no doubt the pace of the recovery is accelerating. Let's bring in the Bloomberg team. Kelly Lyons, Michael McKee. Morning, Kelly.
Morning, John. Well, the airline earnings we got today, certainly more positive overall than the likes we got from Delta and United over the last week. One positive being cash burn is improving. American down to just $27 million per day in the first quarter. That was down sequentially. And actually in March, they're only burning $4 million per day. That actually would have been cash positive if you take out the debt payments the company is having to make. On the other hand, Southwest actually did go cash positive in March. It did burn $13 million a day in the quarter overall, but the airline says it's hopeful the cash burn will stop by June. That said, they both still lost money. No surprise. The losses were narrower, though, than analysts anticipated. So that is a positive. And it still brings their total losses since the first quarter of 2020 to $4 billion for Southwest and $10 billion for American. If you ask the International Air Transport Association, John, more losses are on the way. Just yesterday, IATA raising its projections for global airline losses this year to $48 billion. They also said About 2 billion fewer customers will fly this year relative to 2019. American and Southwest, though, both sounding a bit more optimistic. Southwest adding summer flights to almost 2019 levels. The company's CEO says bookings are steadily improving. The worst is behind them. American echoing that, saying the pace of the recovery is accelerating. But as you said, John, the CEO, Doug Parker, saying this crisis is still far from over. So while there is hope, these carriers are still facing some major headwinds. John.
Very real on the ground domestically. Better.
Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, there's a lot of negativity right now in the airlines. Usually when there's so much negativity, that's something like there's still a lot of negativity in the SPAC space. And I think there's an opportunity in the SPAC space still because some of these prices are just, in my opinion, way oversold. I like the idea of some short options, short-term options. Here's a problem I have. So many of you know, okay, well, let me clarify this first of all. Okay, hold on. Let me get rid. Am I caffeine free or coffee free? I'm actually every drink free that is not water. Which reminds me, my throat's a little dry right now. Lauren's got these delicious Evians, although I think these are way too expensive. But anyway, okay, I want to clarify something. Because some people, I think they don't understand, and it's fine if they don't understand, but there's some jaded people that have left comments. Few, because I think many of y'all understand. There's some jaded people that are like, oh, Kevin paper-handed and sold a bunch of shares. I want to be really clear. When I sold my shares, I immediately converted them to options. So I sold and bought. Somebody did a really nice piece for me, and they put together exactly, because I just estimated, they put together exactly how much money I would have to have in shares to have the equivalent buying power of the options with the leverage that I got with the options. With the $3.9 million in options I chose, they calculated, instead of which I thought I just did a really quick generic, like, okay, at least 2x leverage is what I assume. They calculated me at $12 million, which was right around 3x. So I've really, my options play really increased my exposure to the market. And that's because of my confidence in the market and this nonsense that we're seeing here in the short term. Now, most of these, like 95% of my option plays, they're long. They're 2023s. It does give me, it's a very lumpy end date. I don't intend to hold them that long. I don't even know that I'll hold them a year. Quite frankly, if we get a big rally in the next few months, I might dump out of all of them, buy the shares back, and call it a beautiful trade margin, and ended up getting me right back into shares. I mean, that would be like best case scenario for me. I think that'd be beautiful. And I'll net out the taxes too, so I'll have to have enough gains to really offset those too. But I do think there is a short-term opportunity in grabbing some shorter-term, potentially SPACs on options. And I'm talking like some of the things we've looked at here this morning, July, October, some of these things for SPACs, because I think this SPAC attack is a little overblown in the short term. This is risky though. The shorter term you go, the riskier. The theta's higher. Everything's just worse about it. But maybe, well, look at that. All of a sudden, GHVI ran. That's nice. So nice move here on GHVI. We got Enphase. Okay, so GHVI up 4% here. Voyager Dig up 5.3% here. Let's see. Evian is a scam. Oh no! By French to mock Americans and their bottled water. Evian backwards means naive, which basically means Americans are naive that bottled water is cleaner than tap water. I don't disagree that bottled water is crazy. I usually prefer my refrigerator water because we got a little filter in the fridge. I usually prefer that. Lauren's like, oh, but Kevin, I love the taste of the Evian. I go, you're overpaying. But that is funny. Yeah, options on, let's see. Well, I appreciate that here. Somebody's saying I would not call it paper-handed as you assume more risk and very transparent with your move. That's what I mean, I thought that too, that at least as when you're taking on more risk, I don't really see it as paper-handy. But thank you. Thank you all. I appreciate that. UiPath, 2.7 million shares of UiPath ARG. I did not see that. Wasn't that the one that IPO'd yesterday? Or whatever. I did not follow that at all. UiPath. Oh, robotics. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, Path. See, because they're Oh, okay. Pave is the ETF, right? Path. This is Path. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So we are UiPath. We make software robots. So people don't have to, software robots. So this is like artificial intelligence then, but they're not physical robots, or are they real robots? Oh no, software robots. They talk to you. It's interesting. Try UiPath for free solutions. Okay. Let's just take it. SaaS, artificial intelligence. Okay, let's see. Oh, like Lemonade maybe, because Lemonade uses bots, right? So let's see. Robot process automation, reduce task, ease of use. I'd be curious to know the customers for this, but I'd be interested in doing a deep dive on this company. I don't know anything about it right now, so I'm in this totally blind. The chat bots, I could see that being big though. I mean, because remember when you go to Lemonade, which is one of our favorites too. So you go to lemonade.com. If you go to sign up, you're talking to a robot. See, this is your robot. Let's just go with nope. And I don't know. I want homeowners. Let's see if we can get some homeowners. All right, Kevin. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that sounds good. I just totally picked a random. Okay, sure. Let's say we're there. Yeah, closing on a new home. They have a chat section here somewhere. I don't know. The point is, AI is taking the place of a lot of the work of humans now. Oh yeah, premium for sure. Okay. Oh yeah, just a year ago it was renovated. So looks good. I want to chat. Where can I chat? Yep, got everything. Nope, not the pool because that's a risk. And yep, got a partner, but no kids or dogs. So nope, no mortgage. Paid it off. Let's see. Nope, no claims. Sometimes they have the little chat thing that comes up. Any of the following? Nope, that's a good upsell. Oh, I like how they're doing that. No, okay, now they're doing the email data birth. So they're using bots to do quotes. They're also, by the way, they will also, and this is what I think is so fascinating. This is one of the things I really thought was really interesting. They will use as a signal for determining your risk, how much time you spend on the terms of services, and if you actually open the terms of services, or if you just click the box, or how many, like little signals like that. It's so fascinating what AI can put together. And I wonder if UiPath helps drive Lemonade, or if they've made their own UiPath Lemonade. That would be an interesting client, such as Lemonade. Ooh, such as InsurTech companies such as Lemonade and Root offer insurance products and services through next-gen channels such as chatbots, mobile apps, customer portals, and are delivering a seamless digital experience. The InsurTechs are able to sign blah, blah, blah. Okay, I wonder if they use them. Yeah, I'll spend some more time on this later, but it would be interesting. They're referencing them in their blog. Okay, this was more of maybe just a talk with the future of insurance. So I'm not sure if they're actually using UiPath, but interesting. Yeah, I'm curious about that. Absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that. I'd be curious. Okay, let's go back to sticks here. See, I'm still noticing that pullback here. A little bit continuing here. So, okay. Because, yeah, if you want to, signal, you could join the public Discord if you want. Those of you who watch these videos, if you want, we could even do like a public channel in the Discord. I think that'd be kind of entertaining. Let's see here. So if you go to metkevin.com/chat, or no, metkevin.com/discord, it should do it. But there is a public stock section. But it'd be funny or interesting if we did like but anyway, see here, stocks public, or we can maybe even do like trades or options public or something if anybody was interested. So we could always add more channels there. Okay, CNBC is on commercial. We've got we'll see what Varnes is doing. We do have a pullback here, Microvision and BNGO. Yeah, Varnes Orange just came back, but they're being boring. BNGO trying to hold on to some of the moves here. Look at Skills even selling off as well. This is interesting. This is a little bit of a flip here. I'm seeing it actually looks like more things are pulling back here. Hold on a second. What's going on here? No, Matterport's still doing well. Matterport doing well. Enphase doing well. I like Enphase. Let's go. Keep in mind what Biden shouted out. Biden wants to reduce, was it carbon emissions by 50%, I want to say. Biden pledging to reduce U.S. greenhouse gas emissions. Gas emissions, okay, by 50%. So that's, greenhouse gas emissions. It's too early. I can't handle it. Greenhouse gas emissions. That's different, obviously, from natural gas emissions, but it does encompass. One encompasses the other. Greenhouse gas emission, jeez, man, by at least 50% by 2030 in the latest push by the administration to aggressively combat climate change. The target more than doubles the country's prior commitment under the 2015 Paris Climate Accord. All right, well, let's see if you can do anything, Biden. More action, less talk. Wow, where'd my audio go? Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, more action, less talk. So, what do we got here? Playboy moving again. Let's go. Playboy was down in the pre-market. We got, let's see what else here. Gores, 5%. Tattooed sitting at 3%. A little volatile there. I think Tattooed, by the way, Tattooed has a swing potential to at least 20. This is not, just keep in mind, my stuff is, I'm just an idiot on YouTube. So this is not financial advice. This is just observation wise. I think there's a rubber band potential of Tattooed to 20. I think there's a rubber band potential of Matterport to at least 15, if not 16. Like 1550 wouldn't surprise me on this one. Enphase, I think, is going to rubber band to at least 180. It deserves to be 2+, but at least 180 on that. Piton, after this crap news goes away, the Netflix subscription issue, gets baked in, and the safety issue gets baked in with the treadmills. That'll be something else. We've got okay, good catch. Somebody's asking why I don't use the soundboard or why I haven't been using it. One of the reasons is because actually one of the iPad that has the soundboard is the only one that's actually working for this thing called Apple Sidecar right now, so I could see the chat a little better. The other two iPads that I have on the desk here, they broke. They stopped working for Apple Sidecar. So I'm like, I tried resetting them. I tried everything with them. Restart from new device. Just all of a sudden they don't work anymore. The Apple products, honestly, I love them, but I hate them. I can't handle it. So now my soundboard device is actually my my chat window here. But yeah, good catch. I just have to reinstall it. So, but thank you for noticing that. Pinterest up 1.9%. Pins over 70. I don't buy it over 70, but I support it over 70 a lot. Square 246. It's really chillaxed a little bit from the run that it's had. It ran up to the 260s, 270 range again. Tesla just went negative again. Tesla now down about 0.1%. We've got an acceleration in losses over at Fisker and NGA. Arcimoto's been in the toilet. Fisker's been in the toilet. Riot and Marathon, they've just, it's horrible. They've just been so beat to crap. Cannabis has also just been in the toilet. By the way, and I'm not as confident about this one, but I have to say, I think there's a good chance at some point, and I don't know if it's maybe when the Senate passes this cannabis bill, but I do think there is a possibility of a run again in the cannabis place. I am not confident enough to put money on that, though. I'm more confident in, more willing to put money in the shorter term plays for SPACs than I am cannabis at this point. But we'll see. That could be a mistake. I mean, you never know with certainty. Coinbase still sitting at 309. Apple also down 0.5%. Tesla just moved a good chunk there to down 0.48, down 0.45. Yeah, there it is. Down about 0.5%. Let's listen to CNBC for a moment.
Also, some data, LEI out a few moments ago, and Rick Santelli's got that. Rick?
Yes.
Oh, I love the
leading
music.
Economic indicators for the month of March. Remember, this is a 62-year-old set of data points, 1.3% higher, 1.3% higher. In its entire 62 years, the highest it's ever been was 3.1%. That was in May of 2020. So you can see that these numbers are pretty lofty based on history. We do see a revision in the rearview mirror for February, originally released at up 0.2, now unfortunately becomes down 0.1, but just makes this number's rate of change that much stronger. And as far as housing, existing home sales are also hitting the wires right now for the month of March. And for that, we turn to Diana. Diana Olick, please.
Rick, existing home sales in March down
less than expected,
7% month to month to a seasonally adjusted annualized rate of 6.01 million units. That's the second straight month of drops and the slowest pace since August of 2020. It's also a miss. The street was expecting 6.11 million units. Problems not demand. It's all about supply. Inventory, 1.07 million homes for sale, down 28% year over year. That pushes prices higher. Median existing home price, $329,100, up 17.2% year over year. That is the all-time highest price and also the fastest price appreciation on record. Maybe skewed a little because it's a median, and the reason is that more homes are selling on the upper end of the market. Sales of $1 million plus homes up 108% year over year. Sales of homes priced between 100 and 250K down 10%. So again, it is a very bifurcated and lean market. Morgan?
Diana Olick, thank you. We're 30 minutes into the trading session. Here are the three big movers that we are watching this morning, starting with Credit Suisse, reporting a $275 million loss for the first quarter.
I'm going to pull off Credit Suisse here. I see some comments here. Look, the public Discord is free if you were to join the public Discord. It's linked down in the description as well somewhere. But that's obviously, I unplugged myself again. It's very different from the course itself. So which keep in mind that coupon code is still available. Use that coupon code. I'm setting the expiration. I haven't decided on a date yet. We are working on setting the expiration. So it will be expiring soon. The coupon code link down below. And then as usual, raise the prices. It's hours to raise the prices, but go through it. And I'm the only one who could do it too. but anyway, let's go back on over to the sticks and see what's going on here. So, all right, let's see here. Microvision sitting at 10% here. BNGO 9.5%. Fuel cell at 8.6%. AMC having a good move today. All of a sudden, AMC popped here. Look at this move here on AMC. Let's analyze AMC a little bit. So we've got an AMC pop. I'm gonna go to the 5-minute stick here for a moment. What happened here is this wasn't necessarily solely an increase in volume. But it did just pop way above the VWAP. I'm going to go to the day chart. We're having a run here on AMC, actually. Take a look at this. We have not been over this level of, what are we at, 1025? 1025. I'm not drawing this as a support. I'm drawing this as just where we are right now. We have not been sitting around the 1025 level regularly since the beginning of this month. So it's been about 2 weeks. Been about 2 weeks since we've been at this level. So we're really digging out of this hole right here, but nice to see AMC come back over 1050 here. Let's see where it's going to hit some resistance again on AMC. Looks like you've got that potential resistance in the 14 range. Maybe you got a run potential there on AMC. Although, yeah, no, we're past this. We're past here. This is really when our momentum begin. I mean, the only resistance level that I really see until you get to this madness over here at 20. Not saying it's bad. It's just that was pretty euphoric there. The only resistance really between here and here is on the day chart, at least, is about that 14. We could go in closer and probably find something in between there. Let's see. Take a quick look. AMC is definitely a trader stock, though, so keep that in mind. Right now, you've got a lot of trader momentum in it, which is good. but it also means that if you're looking for a buy and hold, it's gonna be a little harder. Okay, so potential, there you go. So if you go to the 1 hour, you could get some other potential curves, 1150, 1175. But here's really where you get that shelf at the 1450 to that 1480 level. It's really where you get that shelf. So if you can break through 1150 or something like that, I think you almost got smooth sailing over there to 14. Interesting. Something to keep an eye on if you are a trader. All right. All right. Yeah, right. I doubt this. Business travel coming back.
And I think he was a little cautious to make any profound announcements because we simply don't know what policies will be and how technology is going to affect companies' willingness to spend on corporate. Would you argue that is sort of the consensus view, or are some carriers actually trying to put a flag in the ground on a forecast?
Nobody's putting a flag in the ground. I think that's a consensus view, Carl, and largely because they will talk with one company and that company will say, yeah, I think our industry is really going to start ramping up travel, let's say in the next 3 months. Then they will talk with another company in a different industry and they'll get a much more cautious opinion of where things stand in terms of when that company will put people back out on the road. So I think everybody's a little cautious still to say exactly when they believe corporate travel will return. They do say this, Carl, corporate travel comes back before international.
Yeah. Well, Phil, Gary Kelly certainly didn't want to give any real prognostication, saying it's just simply too hard to.
I don't know. Thank you. Thank you for the shout out here. Megan loves Microvision. Course changed your mindset. Oh, that's awesome. You joined around the last crash, last Feb, March. Wow. Amazing to have out. Oh, well, I appreciate you saying that. Thank you for that. That's really cool. So thank you for that. Let's see. Kevin has produced a gold mine of free. Oh, appreciate that. Thanks for that as well. Y'all too nice. Okay, so what else we have here? Archegos margin call follow continues. I'm curious. This is just about Credit Suisse. We already know that about Credit Suisse. Let's see. We're gonna go check the top news as well. Let's check Bloomberg, and we'll go back to the sticks here in a moment. What do we got? So if we go to the Bloomberg, Bloomberg's on commercial. Boring. Okay, we'll see Varnes. Varnes, border wall? I haven't heard of border wall in a while, honestly. Where's it been? What are we talking about now? Oh, we're in self-destructive mode. Okay.
To make the things you do every day better.
Oops.
Powers all throughout the West. We know we turned that around. We healed from the Civil War. We overcame fascism and communism. So I think it's too early to write America off without denying that these problems are serious. They are perhaps in some ways of a different kind because they are so internally divisive. And so I would say not since the 1960s have we seen anything approaching this. And my fear is Joe Biden is just getting started. This is a faster, more dramatic out of the gate than I would have expected, even though I didn't have much hope for him. This is far worse than I anticipated far sooner.
I'll leave that subject right there, Michael. But I want to turn to another subject, and that is the future of New York City. You've got an op-ed in the New York Post that says, look, Andrew Yang.
I'm going to pull off the politics. Let's go to CNBC. Can you speak Schweizerdeutsch? Wouldn't that be Schweizerdeutsch? And the answer is no. I could probably understand it if you talk slowly enough. All right, what's up with Path? Why is it pumping? I don't know. Let's look at Path. Path. Let's see what's going on. So they're still talking about Credit Suisse. I can't say that Path's got like a massive pump here. Hold on, I'll put it on. Yeah, it's 8% on the day is really good. Yeah, okay. Okay, okay, we could go with that. Sure, yeah, this is all over the last 20 minutes. Okay, yeah, sure, that's a nice pump. It had a little bit of a dump, and now it's doing the pump. Yeah, that's good. Oh, look at Enphase, 6.93%. This is like the most underappreciated sector right now, the energy rebound. We got, let's see, hold on one sec. Okay. So, okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Microvision, what do we got over here? Microvision sitting at 12, back to $14. Gosh, this thing went down to $10. Went down to $10 not that long ago here. Woo! It was a good rebound. Those are the kinds of rebounds that are pretty common if you're a trader. Let's see what else we got here. Okay? Ethereum. This is the one that's pumping, folks. I want to go to the day chart. So, and I've been wanting to buy some Ethereum, but I'm not gonna buy it right now. And this is a very nice move, though. Very, very nice. I mean, you have to say, geez. I mean, it was at $565 in January. My goodness. We recently had a little bit of a drop to 21, but golly, what nice moves over here. Matterport holding nicely. Looks like Matterport's holding firm here around that 4.25. We got Big Digital Assets finally rebounding a bit. Big Digital got spanked like the last 3 days. Very, 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 very bad. Last 3 days have been very, very rough. ZOM up 747, AMC 542, Jivo 461. Some of those momentum plays coming back. ChargePoint 4. There we go. Peloton coming back. Let's go. We did buy the dip yesterday. Bought some options on Peloton yesterday, so those are going to be green now. Sweet. We've got TTCF 3.2. Very Good Foods up 3%. Planet 13 at 669. Airbnb returning a little bit to 282. Voyager Digital 2.5. I'm sorry. Is it 2.5? No, it's more like a 2.05. There we go. QuantumScape 1.73. Spirit Airlines. Airlines coming back a little bit after a rough yesterday. Rough last couple days, actually. Neo's only up 0.5%. Square's 0.5%. Let's see where Tesla's green again. What a little fake out Tesla's being today. Look at this roller coaster of Tesla. The thing's green a tiny little bit, and then it's red. That's just dancing right now. Fisker is still suffering, down 9.4%. Marathon and Riot, really bad downtrend right now on Marathon, Riot, Coinbase. Just all of the crypto plays just getting smacked. You may as well say spacked. Oh, jeez. All right, let's see if we can listen into Bloomberg TV. Let's see what Bloomberg TV is kind of talking about. They got jet. What is it with all these interviews of the airline CEOs? Really? You have the snazzy music. That's not what I want to cover right now, though. I'm not a music channel.
Has committed
That's the other Meet Kevin channel.
to carbon neutrality in a much shorter time span than what might take many developed countries.
President Biden focused on job creation as the foundation of climate action across all industries: agriculture, housing, energy, transportation, construction. He is instructing all members of his cabinet to be involved, part of the path to achieving net zero emissions by 2050. Carl.
Oh, huge story, Diana. Thank you, Diana Olick. Get a look at the roadmap this morning for the rest of the hour as we get ready for a break. We'll take a look at two conflicting calls on Tesla today, coming out of Citi and Goldman. We'll get details.
Tesla, Turvy. That's probably why Tesla's being so weird in the market right now. We'll take a peek at those calls. Somebody here in the comments talking about using ADA to hedge Ethereum. Interesting. Somebody else saying that ADA was maybe a momentum play. Let's look at coins for a moment here. Let's go to CoinMarketCap and let's see where the juice is. So last 7 days, Bitcoin's been down 12.9%. Could potentially be weighing on the marathons, the riots, the Coinbase. But then again, Ethereum's kicking butt, and Ethereum's a huge player as well, obviously, up 5.3% in the last 7 days. You've got ADA Cardano's been on a downtrend here lately, down 16%. Dogecoin's down to 28.28, but still up double on the 7-day trend. And if we go down, let's see what else we have. Oh, let's just for giggles, let's look. SafeMoon. SafeMoon's falling again here. The thing was at and I don't know how to read these numbers, but it was at 12. Now it's at 6. So it went from 2 to 12 to 6. Yeah. See, look at that. two to I think it actually even went to like 14 at one point, 12 to 6. What crazy cycles you get in some of the altcoins. It's really incredible. All right, let's see what else. Yeah. So he says I need coffee. Nope. I can't do it. All right. What else do we have here? Zom, Microvision, Big Digital. No real moves here again. This is all pretty consistent right now. Things are all going according to plan. What does somebody say here? The worry is justified, but the worry is justified for Bitcoin to correct a little bit, says Kevin here. Different Kevin. Hello, other Kevin. Nice to meet you. Okay, where's all the money going? Everyone putting money in their Pokemon cards. That's yeah. They've been trimming Tesla a little bit here. Rugby Life, just ask your super chat again. I'll look for your name, but you don't have to actually super chat it. Just say it again. ARK Invest piles into UiPath, trims Tesla. What's interesting is they've been really diversifying into many other companies. Coinbase, UiPath, Roblox, adding the new ones, right? But what's interesting is if you go to Kathy's ARK and you look at Tesla over time, they've kind of been consistent with their shares held and their percentage of portfolio. I'm going to do percentage of portfolio. See, people call it a headline when Kathy sells Tesla, but it's been pretty consistent around 7.5% weight in the portfolio. Over here it was like 8%, but over here even 7.5%. Here was like 8.5%, but between 7.5%, 8.5%. Even over here, look, it got as low as in February. It got as low as when Tesla was running to like 900, got as low as 6%. So these fluctuations, people run headlines on them, but quite frankly, I think the majority of it is clickbait. It's nonsense. It sends the signal that, oh no, Kathy hates Tesla. It's like, no, Tesla's actually doing pretty decently compared to some of the things that are selling off. Okay, let's listen. Is this the conflicting talk about Tesla? Let's hear it.
But if you think about, the energy system, 2/3 is coming from non-OECD countries. And so
they're talking about Exxon. All right, Rugby, I'm looking for your message. The FUD behind SafeMoon has been addressed countless of times. Downtrend was due to disastrous. Okay, I don't know anything about these things here. So I don't see your follow-up there, whoever was complaining about the super chat that I missed, and I apologize for that. All right, somebody else says here, Ethereum strongly correlated with Bitcoin, but recently broke from Bitcoin and continues to climb despite Bitcoin's poor performance. Welcome to the summer DeFi bull run. What do y'all think about the potential crypto winter we keep hearing about? Let's see here. Somebody goes, Kathy doesn't believe in Tesla anymore. I think you'd see a lot more substantial selling if that were the case. Somebody says AT&T is up 6%. That's bizarre. They did have earnings, though, in fairness. Oh, my gosh. AT&T's at 31.80. What? It's not allowed to move out of the range of 29 to 31. That's where it sits, and that's where it stays. Oh, my Lanta. That's incredible. AT&T actually coming out a little bit. So what do we got over here? Microvision pulling back again a little bit, back down from the 14 highs. Zom at 7%. We got Ethereum at 8%. Enphase 6.5%. This ticker symbol here says, we're not even showing it. There we go. This ticker symbol here says, use that 39% off coupon code before it expires for lifetime access to Kevin's courses. Link down below. All extra content that gets added is free. That was a long ticker. Big Digital Assets is up 4.97%. Peloton, there we go. Good rebound on that Peloton. Get that FUD out of here. Back up 4.5%. Very good moves back on Peloton. Very, very happy with my purchase yesterday. Very good food, up 4%. Watch the CEO interview if you have not seen that yet. Tattooed Shaft 3.5. G-Tech, Jivo. What else we got here? Palantir about 1.9%. And Macy's, Quantum. Okay, what else? EXPI. EXPI's got to do some work. Okay, this one's been a little underperformer. They gotta put their boots on and go to work. Go to work for us. Where's that passive income, folks? Fisker 10.5%. GameStop 2.25% in the hole here. Playboy went into the hole. I do want to issue a note of caution for Playboy. I think Playboy has gotten ahead of itself. This is not to say that it can't continue to run. Don't get me wrong. But I know AT&T with that 7% dividend. I know it's been so juicy for the last year. But honestly, if you had AT&T for the last year, you would have gotten your 7% dividend, and you would have missed out on the big fat gains in the rest of the market. So that's the problem with the AT&T div. So you would have gotten a little bit of your cake today, but you would have been waiting a long time. But anyway, I am worried that Playboy is running into like a Plug Power QuantumScape style run. It could keep going, but we don't know what we've got long term there. So yeah, let's see here. Okay, let's see. What else? Oh, but yeah, so I would be careful with the Playboy SPAC. And again, no hate on it, but just be careful based on the history we tend to see with SPACs. I am looking at Penn National Gaming as well. Look at this. I'm on the week chart right now. On the week chart, we have a downward trajectory here, and it's an accelerating downward trajectory on Penn National Gaming. It's possible that we had our peak positive news there with some with the NFL partnerships, with this bringing a lot of attention to iGaming. Did this news sort of start buy the rumors, sell the news period of time? Those are things to evaluate. Penn National Gaming has had a spectacular run. It is one to keep an eye on for potential underperformance going forward. So I would just caution that. Okay, what else? Enphase still doing well here. Let's go to the 1 minute. 6.6%, not as high as we have been throughout the day. Let's go to the terminal for a second and look at top news. We haven't done that yet. We haven't looked at our top news, and we have not looked at our 10-year. So let's do our 10-year quickly. Let's get rid of the 1/4 here. All right, let's see here. All right, what do we have on top news? Oh, sorry, we're going to the 10-year. Right. Okay, is it actually going to load, or is it? There we go. 10-year, 1.54, down slightly again. Good. The downward trajectory continues, folks. This is money. This is good. This is what we want. We want the downward trajectory in the 10-year. It signals a continuance in, let's see here. Hold on one sec. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So a question for you. If you're on Safari, can you see the join button to join the chat? Because I know you can't see the join button to join the chat on iPad and iPhone. I wonder if they got rid of the join button on Safari too, because Apple's trying to rob YouTube in their competition against Google there of people's ability to join the chat. So if that's the case, try Google Chrome. But anyway, this is good. This is the trajectory we want to see on the 10. Let's go to top news here. Let's see what we got on top news. So top news, we have stocks decline amid economic data. Really? The data came in good. What data? Short sellers, you looked for alpha in the wrong place. U.S. previously owned home. U.S. sales of previously owned homes falls to 7-month low. It's not a big deal. Like year over year, they're so up, and it's crazy how they're so up that so many homes are still selling with so little sitting inventory. What economic data was bad? The slide in U.S. home sales? Okay, that's not that big of a deal. I mean, I know there's a lack of standing inventory and pricing has gone up, but chillax. Really? That's the data you're using to suggest that the market's falling a little bit. The market breadth gap between large cap and small cap widest ever. Investor concerns remain. Okay, it's boring. All right. What's this guy got to say? Why are they even talking about Nikola?
Prices, I guess, makes it's basically nuclear that enables green hydrogen at a very low price. We've got this deal in Europe with OGE, the pipes that deliver hydrogen to our stations over time. We've got the Rig 360 is a dealer network and it's a cat dealer network in North America.
Boring. Sorry, that's really mean. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. All right, let's see what Bloomberg has to say.
Executive arm is preparing a legal case against AstraZeneca. Bloomberg's learned it has to do with the drug maker's failure to deliver its promised number of coronavirus vaccine doses to the bloc. AstraZeneca delivered just 30 million of its originally committed 120 million doses to the EU in the first quarter. And that is your latest business flash. Alex?
All right, thanks so much, Ritika. Well, coming up, world leaders speaking virtually for a two-day climate summit. We're going to discuss the pledges and the path forward with Ellen Hughes.
There must be no news because this is boring. Boring. All right. Well, what are the sticks doing? Oh, Nikola's up 9% all of a sudden. The guy must be, this is a CNBC pump right here, folks. It's pure CNBC pump. I would not get excited about this. This tends to tick, 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 right back down after the CNBC pump. If it is a CNBC pump, if they announce something, maybe that's different. But they're talking about this on CNBC. Something he just said in the last 4 minutes moved it. Is he still going off about it?
Is to have this integrated solution, the hydrogen stations and the fuel cell truck, and of course the electric truck is something our customers want in addition. So we're first to market with that, and then we'll be able to use both the battery and the hydrogen trucks on our infrastructure.
Jeff, can't think of a better person to have had on Earth Day, and thanks for the conversation this morning.
Boring. Sorry. I just Nikola's got a lot of work to do to rebrand. Lots of work to do to rebrand. All right, Enphase up 7%. Heck yeah. Somebody mentioned Sunrun. Was it Sunrun or Sun? No, it was Solar Edge. Solar Edge, I think, is running too, which is good. They kind of run together. Yep. Solar Edge as well. Good. I prefer I do prefer Enphase. Solar Edge did get dumped by Tesla, but anybody who partners with Tesla, I think, is bound to get dumped. It's like the Taylor Swift story. All right, what else do we have here? All right, so Enphase, UiPath, Microvision, AMC, Very Good Food, Piton, let's go, 4.7% here. Hyliion's up again. So the return of the SPACs here. Tattooed Chef, 4.4%. Matterport, 4.16%. QuantumScape, EXPI, let's see here. It's good. Good moves here. Etsy's even up 0.5%. Where's Tesla? Oh, Tesla down 0.25%. You brat. I'm not buying any more Tesla, so now I just want it to go straight to the moon. Voyager Digital sold off a little bit here. 306 at Coinbase. Hit a low of 304. Oh, man. When are they going to start having some more action on the options? You can buy options now, but it's just very difficult to, like, you can't. Yeah, here we go. See, okay, there's some open interest. Here we go. Let's see how far I could go out on Coinbase to actually get some. Can I go to December? Let's go long. Let's go to Jan 23. Is there any open interest here? Wait, hold on a sec. Is this Coinbase? Yeah, okay, I'm on Coinbase. Oh, there we go. The 350 calls. 350 calls, pretty dang popular. So 350 calls, a lot of open interest here, 400 calls, and you really start getting into some constraints when you start going outside of those. Very, very little open interest. Let's go to Jan 21. Yeah, same thing. Oh, you got 300 calls. If you want 300 calls, here you go. Jan 22 gives you about 8 months there. All right, interesting. So what else do we have here? Ethereum. Gosh, Ethereum's just continuing its run. What's Doge doing then? Oh, there's Doge. Doge sitting at 29-ish. Everything else seems to be relatively stable right now. Yeah, stable. This is stable. Archimoto 4%, Pen 1.5%. Ubiquity that 275. I think it's gonna get stuck there. Tesla's pretty much flat for the day. That's not a shocker. Trimble's a little bit green. Pinterest a little bit green. It got boring. That's it. I don't see any more news. The only thing I see is a 39% off coupon code link down below that's going to expire soon for you to join the amazing programs. I will be live in the course in 1.5 hours. Q&A, and we'll do some fundamental analysis. Today, folks, I'm picking. We're going to do a deep dive on Path. UiPath. I want to go deep on it today. Yeah. All right. Oh, come on. Everything's going to commercial. It's because there's nothing to talk about. Biden's pledge to cut emissions in half. You gonna talk about
we've
that?
got a negative externality. Hate to use those geek terms, but we've got a natural capital that we're consuming, but we're not paying for it. And so the role for government is to make sure they protect that and help nudge us in the right direction so we don't spend our natural capital and end up in a disaster. So all of this adds up to more jobs and a transition.
Okay, I can't listen to this anyway. And this is not political. It's because I need to jump on over to something that just came through. Some of you might not like this source, but the New York Times, Biden, this is interesting. Biden to propose higher taxes on rich to fund childcare. Here we go. This just came in. I have not heard this before. America Family Plan, which remains in flux. Okay, let's hear it. $4 trillion. Okay, here we go. This is the first time we've heard about the second part of the plan in a while. Raise taxes on millionaire investors to fund education. Okay. Administration officials had planned to include healthcare expansion. Okay. What's it going to be? Tax increases on corporations, human infrastructure plan, right? We haven't heard about it in a while. Where's the tax? Okay. So where is it? The offset proposed several tax changes. That starts with raising the top marginal rate to 39.6% and over 37%. Well, we've heard of that before. Okay, that's no surprise. Biden will also raise taxes on capital gains, the proceeds of selling an asset like a stock or a boat for people earning more than $1 million, effectively increasing the rate they pay on that to 39.6% from 20%. Wow. Okay, so that's actually an implication for everyone, because guess what that means? That means if this happens, wealthier investors won't give an F about short-term versus long-term capital gains anymore. It won't matter. There won't be any difference between holding their shares for a year versus just selling them short-term, which potentially means more volatility. That's interesting. Or at least more volume. That is interesting. So the benefit of holding a year basically goes away on stocks. And that's an issue for people who are selling real estate and not 1031 exchanging. Although the benefit is with a 1031 exchange, you can defer taxes forever in real estate. We talk about a lot of ways you could save taxes as well in both the real estate course and the Stocks and Psychology of Money group. Yeah. All right, let's see here. 2 kids in daycare costs more than my mortgage. Daycare is expensive. Like quality daycare, that's expensive. CCIV bouncing. I lost my shares in a boating accident. Ouch. That's a BS policy. Well, we'll see if it actually goes through. Well, I'm never selling my boat. Ray Dalio will love this. Oh, we'll see. Yeah. Put Kramer on. He's live. He's live on YouTube pretend. Wait, really? Well, he does his morning thing. You know, that actually might not be a bad idea if we do. Let's see. That'd actually be funny. To Jim Kramer. Jim Kramer live now. we get stream Jim Kramer's private stream. It's not really a private stream, it's public on YouTube, but we'll add commentary. Oh, hold on, I have to exit Bloomberg. Sorry, give me a sec. We'll listen to Jim here in just a sec. I just have to get rid of Bloomberg. Close. Got it. Here we go.
Earnings, and you talked about sustainability and how important it is for companies to reduce their emissions and carbon footprint. So I want to bring that conversation here. Why is this so key?
Well, first, if I can just say, these are unusual questions for us to ask. You know, Southwest reports, and typically we talk about how seat miles, we talk about new routes, talk about planes, talk about fuel costs. That's no longer enough. Gary's a thought leader in how to get emissions down. He made it very clear that without the government's help, it can't be done because, frankly, the companies are all competitive. And
I don't know. It's kind of boring so far. It's because there's no news. Sorry, Jim. Oh, Nicola's still running off this this talk that they were having on CNBC, the CNBC pump. So Solar Edge 8.3, very good food company, just moved a little bit more. UiPath also moving a little bit, 9.5%. But yeah, Nicola's moving fat here on whatever they talked about. Let's see. Dogecoin still sitting at that 28.6 number. Matterport 4%. What else? Lemonade's up 2.8. Palantir, let's go, 2.66%. I want to see a rally in Palantir. Square 1.38. Some moves to the upside here. Yep. Some moves to the upside. Tesla 0.15. Apple's now green. Does look like the market overall does have some movement to the upside. The exception, of course, of some of the crypto plays, which are in the continued toilet. But yeah, big moves there by Nicola. Wow. I don't know if this is just getting traded off the CNBC hype. Yeah. Let's take a look at AMC. I want to see what AMC is doing this morning. Yeah, AMC's not moving like Nicola. Nicola, I don't know. I would be careful. Like if I were thinking about trading this, the one thing I would be very careful of is they're off CNBC right now, right? And so you wonder, is the news of what happened at Nicola going to like ricochet throughout the day and maybe give you a buying opportunity? Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just looking around here at tweets on Nicola. Yeah. I mean, just some excitement around, mostly just excitement around the stock here. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how long that actually lasts. Although I will say it has sold out dramatically. Jake, make sure to watch lecture 1.0. Thank you so much for joining the course this morning. I think that's awesome. Watch lecture 1.0 and it'll walk you through step by step how to get the alerts, live stream, all the secrets. Lecture 1.0. All right, folks. Have I checked Enphase yet? Well, yeah, we did. We saw Enphase here as kicking butt, 6.9%. We're really happy about that, kind of stabilizing here now. So good. UiPath, though, kicking butts, now over 11%. Really impressive. UiPath's running. We'll do a deep dive DD on it. I don't know if we'll add to it on a day like today with this kind of run, but we'll see what kind of U-turn we get. I want to see Roblox. How they've been doing. Roblox, that's $73. And if we go back to where was Jim? Now he's talking about, let's see what he's talking about.
For the government and the companies to do what's right. even at the expense of the shareholders, because we are stewards. And when you get
Okay, I'm bored. All right, folks, I'm gonna go. I'm bored. I'll see you in the Course Member live stream in about that hour and a half. Thank you so much for being here. If you have not checked out all of the amazing content you can get in the program that you can't get on YouTube, so much perspective and knowledge buried in the course that you just don't get on YouTube. Check it out. Link down below. I'm sure you'll love it.